Jurgen Klopp once called Martinelli the talent of the century. Ronaldinho said Martinelli reminds him of R9. If you started watching Martinelli this season, you'd assume this is one of those fake meme pages that put out this stupid tweet. But nah, this is a real quote by Ronaldinho. He arrived at Arsenal at 18 from the 4th tier of the Brazilian league, and nobody really expected anything from him. And boy were they wrong. This kid lit up the pitch every time he stepped on it, with his dribbling, his finishing, and his skills. He scored an amazing goal against Chelsea where he ran the length of the pitch, embarrassing Conte in the process, and that goal cemented his position as a fan favourite. Many even thought he had a higher ceiling than Bukayo Saka. He also scored 15 Premier League goals in the 2022-23 season, the joint highest by a Brazilian in the Premier League. We all thought he was destined to be one of those iconic Brazilian players in the Premier League, following the footsteps of legends like Firmino, Antony, and Coutinho. That Martinelli does not exist anymore. Or at least, he's disappeared somewhere for now. Everyone knows Arsenal's weakness is their left-hand side. When they need a creative outlet, a spark to create a goal, the players all look for Saka, even Martinelli himself. Everyone blamed Martinelli's dip in form due to Xhaka leaving, who had great chemistry with Martinelli on the left-hand side. They believed that once Mikel Merino joined, another left-footed midfielder, his support for Martinelli on the left-hand side would bring him back to his best. That hasn't happened. Not even close. So, what exactly is wrong with Martinelli's performances? His decision-making, game intelligence, and lack of confidence. Not to flex, but I played on the left wing for the B team at my high school. But I still think Thierry Henry might be slightly more credible when it comes to analyzing left wingers. So let's look at what he had to say about Gabriel Martinelli. Gabriel Martinelli's best asset is pace, but he never uses it. When he's one-on-one and there's space in behind, he chooses the safe option and goes backwards. I would never do that. Then, when Arsenal are in trouble, what do? Pass the ball to Bukayo Saka. Every team knows this. Henry is spot on. When Martinelli first came to Arsenal fans will remember how he used to take on defenders and easily get past them. I'm sure Arsenal fans will remember the nightmares he used to give Trent twice a season. Now, he's becoming Grealish 2.0, always choosing to pass back and rarely taking a defender on. What Thierry Henry loves most... Well, let me rephrase. What Thierry Henry loves most in left wingers is their decision-making ability, and he doesn't believe Martinelli has developed this trait enough. For example, in this scenario, instead of cutting inside and providing an easy tap-in for a teammate, he goes on the outside and has a shot with his weak foot. The worst thing about these Martinelli performances is that it doesn't seem to be a phase. It's been going on for a year and a half at least. People thought it was just bad form, but it's gotten to the point where we have to admit that a player who we once thought was going to be the heir to Alexis Sanchez has regressed like crazy. Although he was once a fan favourite, many Arsenal fans believe Martinelli's time at Arsenal is up. They've had enough. Whether it's being optimistic or just naive, I refuse to believe that this player who had everything at his feet has suddenly lost all his ability. Let's not forget, it's not like this is a 30-year-old who's exiting his prime. This is a 23-year-old who still has his whole career ahead of him. Because of this, many fans still believe in him, and I'm not ashamed to say I'm one of them.